Welcome back to Sika Strength, and the results are in for Sika Sleep. The quality control testing is back. The finished batch identity testing is here, and the results are great. They are, with huge relief, I can say that the supplement is what it's supposed to be. So we've had the batch for the last couple of weeks, and we've been holding off on selling the batch and shipping it out because we wanted to wait until we got the finished batch identity testing done to ensure that the supplement we're going to be giving you guys and selling to you is going to be what it's supposed to be. If you guys are going to be ingesting a supplement, we have to make sure that it is of the quality it's supposed to be and that it is supposed to be what it says on the box. Now, the supplement industry is, as many of you know, largely unregulated. So there is in Europe, North America, and some other countries, there is legislation around what you can say on the box or what's on the box, the descriptions, caloric density, and stuff like that. But the actual contents of the supplement in a lot of countries is largely left up to the manufacturer to ensure the quality. There is very little inspections, there's very little regulation. In Europe, there's regulation like good manufacturing processes, safe handling of foods, there's food safety inspectors, but in terms of quality of ingredients and what the actual ingredients are, a lot of that is left up to the supply chain and kind of a trust between manufacturer and supplier and raw material supplier. Now, if you're listening to that and you're thinking, that sounds a bit dodgy if I'm going to be ingesting something, well, in our opinion, it is pretty dodgy. So as someone who used to work in the pharmaceutical industry, I used to work in quality control analysis in the pharmaceutical industry. The process was incredibly complex. The amount of testing was in large amount of detail and it was very descriptive across all time points in the development of a batch. There was raws analysis, there was in-process analysis, and there was finished batch analysis. Now, when it comes to this supplement, the most important thing is that we do finished batch analysis to ensure that the ingredient is what it's supposed to be. The pharmaceutical companies will do that step processes all the way through to ensure that they can head off a disaster earlier on. But ultimately, the most important thing, the most important principle is that once you finish the manufacturing of your supplement or the medicine, is to ensure that the final batch is what it's supposed to be. Now, we contacted a lot of different manufacturers and investigated a lot of different labs and life sciences companies and analytical companies to see if they could do testing. And let me tell you, it was pretty difficult to find someone to do the testing. Now, when it came to the manufacturer, we asked a lot of manufacturers and we talked to a lot of manufacturers, and luckily we ended up with a great manufacturer in Ireland. And given these results we've gotten, we are very, very happy with that decision we made because we went and visited the facility. We had a tour of the facility, the manufacturing process, and they've been in business for quite a while. And given Ireland's large amount of analytical and pharmaceutical and engineering experience in terms of the industry, they have a lot of great employees. So when it came to investigating and kind of mapping out or searching out a load of different manufacturers, the idea that you'd get a sample to analyze was ludicrous, or any in-house testing by those manufacturers was essentially nil. A lot of those would get what's known as your COA or your certificate of analysis and then take that as certificate of analysis and accept it as gospel. So with our manufacturer, they do some in-house testing, but our responsibility is to ensure that it is a good ingredient, and the idea that guilty until proven innocent is the best way to approach these things, because once you do that, you will take the right steps to ensure that you get good quality ingredients. Not only was it difficult to find manufacturers who had a good reputation and kind of understood the process, but it was also very difficult to find analytical companies who could do the testing that we were looking for. So it should give you an idea of how little testing is done in the supplement industry. Someone should really be doing in-house testing or external third-party testing on all finished batches across all products. It's relatively inexpensive compared to the profit margins that a lot of these supplement companies make, and it's something that they should do for an obligation to their employer. I think that's kind of a minimum standard. Trying to find, however, labs or analytical companies or life sciences companies that could do this was quite difficult. So I contacted a lot of them. I was hoping to be able to get a lab in Ireland so I could potentially visit them, but we ended up with two very useful places. One is ALS, which is a large life sciences company. So there's bases in Ireland and they are a multinational corporation. And the second company we found was Omnient Labs, who is an offshoot of Nootropics Depot. So they are incredibly helpful, and we will be continuing with those in the future. So there's two reasons we went with two different companies for the first batch analysis. Was one, we wanted just to ensure that there was consistency across results, just to be over diligent, to kind of push the limit, just to ensure that we had consistent results, and for peace of mind for us to ensure that, okay, we can see that there is consistency across two different results. Now, there's no need to do that, and I wouldn't call out companies for not doing that. In the future, we'll continue with one, and we'll continue with Omnient Labs. Now, the second reason we went to two different labs was it turns out that Omnient Labs couldn't do all of the testing, or not in the time frame we were looking to get the test results. They couldn't do vitamin C analysis in a complex mixture. So they could, of course, do vitamin C analysis, but they hadn't developed a method on their benches just yet. ALS Life Sciences could do this, but they couldn't do some of the things that Omnient Labs could do. So it was beneficial in getting a complete set of results from what we're looking for. Qualitative and quantitative analysis, so the identification of the ingredient and how much of that ingredient was there. So Omnient Labs and ALS came back with the results after we sent them out, and we are super satisfied with the results. Are honestly relieved, because once you've that finished batch and you're waiting to see, we'd no reason to not trust our manufacturer, of course, but like I said, it is a case of guilty until proven innocent in this realm, and it's a huge relief for us, and it's a huge relief that we can be happy when we ship it out to you guys that you're getting what you're supposed to be getting. There's no way we could sell this, because I know people, we've given boxes to people, and they've given us to people like their mothers, or they're taking themselves, and they're good friends of ours. And there's just no way you could give that to those without doing your due responsibility. And looking at it from this point of view, it's a pretty minimal responsibility. The expectation isn't to see companies set up large step-by-step analysis akin to the pharmaceutical industry, but rather source a third party or set up in-house testing depending on the scale of the operation, and get some identification testing done in finished batches. You just do it once for that batch, and then you know with a high level of certainty that you're doing okay. Find a reputable supplier, talk to them, find a reputable tester, talk to them, and hopefully you can end up with a situation. We're super happy to ship this out. The supplement is going to be released tomorrow, and we're very excited to send it out. Great results from people so far who we've given to our test subjects, and we ourselves, of course, are using it. And I'm very excited for you guys get your hands on it. So it will be available tomorrow. There will be a subscription option, and you'll get a discount for the subscription if you so wish, but you can also buy a once off purchase. It'll be shipping worldwide, so everyone will have the option to get it if you so wish. Thanks for watching, guys, and we look forward to you having Sika Sleep.